I'm Arlene Schneider. 10 years ago today, the worst disaster in recent memory put Tampa Bay in the national spotlight. A section of the Sunshine Skyway bridge collapsed, giving way when a freighter strayed out of the shipping channel and hit the bridge supports. Incredibly, 7 cars and a Greyhound bus went over the edge, plunging 200 feet to the water below. 35 people were killed. Today, people here in the Bay Area are still coping with that tragedy. News Center 10's Dave Wagner is standing by at the old Skyway Bridge with details. Dave?
Marlene, on the morning of May 9, 1980, there was a tremendous batch of thunderstorms out here in the Gulf of Mexico. Hurricane-force winds as high as 90 miles an hour. Harbor pilot John Laro was guiding the 608-foot freighter Summit Venture through Mullet Key Channel, and he lost his bearings and hit the Skyway Bridge. And while it's been 10 years, the images of that accident are still vivid. Images of victims, images of survivors.
The vessel just hit the Skyway Bridge. The Skyway Bridge is down. Get all emergency equipment out to the Skyway Bridge. The Skyway Bridge is down.
When the Skyway Bridge came tumbling down, 35 people plummeted to their deaths. But it was Richard Hornbuckle who managed to stop 14 inches from the end. And it was Wesley McIntyre who went off but somehow managed to survive.
The bridge, all of a sudden the bridge started to shake and move, and then they dropped down and there was a ship, and I went off the end into the ship.
What did it feel like as you were falling?
There's nothing, because the last I remembered it was just going off the bridge, and then next thing I knew I was in the water.
And then what?
I opened the door and managed to get out and swim to the surface, and when I got there was a girder and I climbed on that and hung on.
Last October, McIntyre died of bone cancer. This morning at 7:34, the exact time of the accident, McIntyre's family sat and remembered. The memories have also been painful for John Laro. He piloted the ship that hit the Skyway. A court cleared him and blamed the weather. 10 years later, Laro has multiple sclerosis and is divorced. He volunteers his time as a crisis counselor.
I never got back on track, in a way. I failed my own identity, in a way. I don't want to get dramatic.
$30 million state-of-the-art cable-stayed bridge that has replaced the old Skyway. It's considered by most people to be more protected and very safe. But at 6 o'clock, we'll talk to an engineer who said the old bridge was not very safe, and this new bridge is not either. Marlene?
Well, Dave, what happened to the tradition that Wesley McIntyre began 9 years ago?
Well, Wesley McIntyre, for the past 9 years, has thrown out 35 carnations each year into the bay to remember the victims of that accident. He died of bone cancer last October, so today, this afternoon, Wesley McIntyre's wife will throw out 36 carnations, 35 for the victims of the accident and 1 for her husband.
All right, thank you very much. Of course, we will have more tonight.